Hey horror fans, welcome back to Rocky Watches Movies. Gear up for some groovy gore because today we're diving deep into the cult classic, The Evil Dead from 1981. That's right, we're talking about the low-budget masterpiece that unleashed a chainsaw-wielding hero and terrified audiences worldwide. Join me as we unearth mind-blowing facts you never knew about the film's wild production, surprising influences, and unexpected connections. So start up your chainsaw for 15 things you never knew about The Evil Dead. Before getting to work on The Evil Dead, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell, friends since high school, teamed up with their buddy Robert Tappert to create a calling card. Their 30-minute Super 8 film, Within the Woods, served as proof of concept for a more ambitious project, The Evil Dead. Raimi himself explained it as a way to show investors exactly what kind of movie they were getting themselves into, and to show tangible proof that they could make a movie of professional quality. The Evil Dead was a true shoestring operation. Raimi resorted to a full-court press, soliciting donations from anyone who would listen. Campbell's autobiography reveals he even had to beg some family members to contribute. His resourcefulness, including putting up family property as collateral, earned him the title of executive producer. The film's special effects master, Tom Sullivan, got inventive with the gore. Forget blood splatters. Sullivan opted for a variety of colourful concoctions to depict the bodily fluids of the possessed. His surprising recipe for this otherworldly goo included oatmeal, snakes, marshmallow, and even Madagascar cockroaches. According to Sullivan, during the film's 30th anniversary reunion, he aimed to show a transformation beyond mere physical injury. He wanted to make it seem like their biology actually changed. While the Steadicam was released prior to Sam Raimi creating The Evil Dead, he didn't have enough money to use the camera stabilizer in the film. Instead, Raimi created the shaky cam technique, which gave The Evil Dead its unique look. A couple of different rigs were built to produce creative movements, including the shaky cam, the Ramo cam, and the Vasa cam. The iconic shot of the evil floating through the woods was created by attaching the camera to a wooden board and then having two people run with it. Additionally, Ramocam was built to smash windows with a T-bar before the camera went through them, and the Vasacam used Vaseline and a sawhorse to create a smooth tracking movement. Raimi coined the term fake shemps, which is a reference to the Three Stooges, after The Evil Dead ran into production problems. When the shooting schedule hit budget-related delays, most of the cast and crew quit. Raimi and his producer Robert Tappert were forced to use friends and family to fill in for the Deadites. Raimi's brother Ted and Ivan, as well as producer Robert Tappert's sisters Dorothy and Mary Beth, both appear in the credits. The Evil Dead's journey to its iconic title was a bumpy one. Some early contenders were bluntly descriptive, like Blood Flood or These Bitches Are Witches. Others lacked a certain punch, like Book of the Dead, which was promptly nixed by an investor with a stronger version to book in titles. The creative team even explored gender-specific scares with the Evil Dead men and the Evil Dead women. Thankfully, they eventually landed on the chillingly simple yet effective The Evil Dead, perfectly capturing the film's essence. Struggling to find a distributor, The Evil Dead received a crucial boost thanks to an unexpected champion, horror maestro Stephen King. King, who just happened to be at the Evil Dead's Cannes Film Festival screening, was blown away by the film. His praise wasn't confined to private musings. King later declared it his fifth favourite horror film ever in a USA Today article. This endorsement from a titan of the genre was a game changer. King even went on to call it the most ferociously original film of the year, a quote that became a powerful marketing tool for the fledgling horror classic. The Evil Dead's on-screen terrors were amplified by the unsettling atmosphere of the filming location. According to director Sam Raimi, the remote cabin had a dark past, dating back a century. The original builder reportedly died just a week after completing it. Years later, a tragedy unfolded when a family moved in. The iron-rich mountains surrounding the cabin attracted frequent lightning strikes, and during one such storm, a young girl became frightened and went to her mother's room, only to find her dead. She then went to her grandmother's room and also found her dead that same night. The girl wandered to a local farmhouse, the residents of which then raised her, but had to deal with her wandering around the woods whenever there was a thunderstorm. Adding to the lore, rumours swirled for years that the cabin succumbed to a lightning strike after the movie wrapped. This was untrue though. Raimi was said to have opted to have the cabin burned down after filming, but this hasn't been confirmed, and some sources say the cabin was torn down by the owner. Today, apparently only the crumbling fireplace and a fragment of the chimney mark the spot where this cult classic came to life. The ultimate horror throwdown, Freddy vs. Jason vs. Ash, almost became a reality. However, creative clashes between New Line Cinema and Bruce Campbell put the kibosh on the project. Thankfully, fans weren't left empty-handed. In 2007, the epic showdown materialised in a 6-issue comic book series. This wasn't Ash's only foray into the world of comics though. The chainsaw-wielding hero has battled Marvel zombies, tangled with Dracula, and even crossed paths with iconic characters like Danger Girl, Reanimator's Herbert West, Darkman, and Xena. In a fun exchange of Easter eggs, Sam Raimi paid tribute to horror legend Wes Craven. A keen observer might spot a poster for Craven's The Hills Have Eyes in the film. This was Raimi's playful nod to Craven's own earlier homage, a ripped Jaws poster in The Hills Have Eyes. Craven, clearly amused, returned the favour in A Nightmare on Elm Street by having heroine Nancy watching The Evil Dead on TV. Touched by the gesture, Raimi hung a Freddy Krueger glove on the tool shed door in Evil Dead 2. Before becoming the Oscar-winning filmmaking duo he and his brother Ethan are today, Joel Cohen got his start as an assistant editor on The Evil Dead. Inspired by Raimi's DIY filmmaking, Joel and his brother created a pitch trailer, much like Raimi's Within the Woods, to raise money for their first feature, Blood Simple. While Dan Hedaya stars in the final film, Bruce Campbell plays the lead in the 2-minute trailer. For The Evil Dead's premiere, Sam Raimi channeled his inner showman, inspired by horror legend William Castle, notorious for his audience-shocking gimmicks. Raimi went all out. The theatre boasted custom tickets and wind effects, but the real kicker, ambulances stationed outside, adding a layer of mock medical urgency to the night's terror. It was a premiere guaranteed to get tongues wagging and hearts racing. Approved by Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell themselves, Evil Dead the Musical debuted in Toronto in 2003 and became a smash hit. The surprisingly bloody and hilarious production, drawing from all 3 Evil Dead films, garnered rave reviews, even drawing comparisons to the Rocky Horror Show. Featuring catchy tunes and plenty of gore, the show even comes with a warning: those in the front row become part of the splash zone for all the fake blood. A cast recording was released in 2007, so you can experience the musical mayhem even if you can't snag a seat. In a playful bit of misinformation, Sam Raimi and Bruce Campbell started a rumour that things got a little too real on the set of The Evil Dead. They claimed Campbell sported a broken jaw after Raimi accidentally clocked him while filming one of the final shots. Years later, at a Dallas Comic-Con, Campbell himself debunked the story with a laugh, revealing it to be a prank they concocted to see who would fall for it. And there you have it, folks. You now know a little bit more about The Evil Dead. If you enjoyed the video, which I presume you did as you got this far, hit that like button and subscribe so you don't miss any future videos coming to Rocky Watches Movies. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.